Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another session of Omnimaw, the evil campaign. At least the one that I know and love, that I remember, that I recall. It's definitely been a little bit since we did have a session off. You could say a week off because of uh, attendance, and then we had another week off because of my Cosmonarchy tournament that I've been running. But we back, boys. So time to kick things into gear. We got Balathal as Squelch. We got my brother as Selkor. We got Three Crow as Theron, and we got Shambler as Raxus. So we're ready to kick things back into gear. Obviously, the last session was pretty momentous. We only spent 2 sessions in the great big evil demon cavern. So that's pretty good for our track record. We do like to smell the flowers, so to speak. But now you guys are actually able to smell real flowers instead of just pretending that that's what you guys are doing. So that's pretty cool, right? Let's see what you guys have planned. There's obviously some sort of ambiguity about what all is going to happen as far as the more generic approach that the party is taking. But right now, your goals are very likely to be something along the lines of fleeing, perhaps, because you did just make a daring escape. You had a moment to catch your breath, and you're all just about ready to die, except for Squelch. He seems fine. Oh, and I should add that there was a ritual of sorts, sort of a pact made between Vraxus and Theron, while Selkor just kind of was a bit winded from his escape in general, and I guess Squelch was chilling in the bag. So that was sort of the last couple things that were done prior to us concluding the last session.
Indeed, Braxis spent his 1 extra health point. Is now on death's door. Having just ended his embrace with Theron and their exchanging of ceremony.
Well, now that we have come to amicable terms, I think we ought to find a place to make camp. We're all a bit rough.
This form is indeed degraded. Rest would do it well.
So Theron will kind of do a glance about in all directions. Are we familiar at all with where we are at, or are we just kind of in this place we emerged in?
So you emerged in a place that geologically or geographically should still be the mountain Karamond. It is a spot on the world map where you guys were roughly placed to the west of Inalance, but obviously higher in elevation. It's the one that is covered in snow in the map, but obviously at this time of year is not, as you can tell based on your surroundings not being ice capped. And so you know that Karamond, you all, well, I guess everybody except for Vraxus and Squelch, so the elves would know that there are various places that could be navigated towards. For example, if you went to the east, you could spell out into trail, I guess east or west from your current position, could spell out into trails that would take you to pathways that are where civilization is likely to be found. It would be done in the context of, these mountain passes that effectively control the roads for merchants and the like to make their way to and from the places in the Majesty region, like Inalance. Also, the places to the south, where obviously a bit of commerce has slowed to a crawl given the war that's going on in the wastes. And also, Barad-dûn is a spot to the west of your current location where there's often trading that is done through routes in the mountains. And certainly something that you might find yourselves policed by various individuals if they are indeed actually controlling the toll road, so to speak. There's Knights of Barad-dûn that handle the western half, Knights of Inalance that handle the eastern half as a bit of a cooperative effort. But so long as you are not posing a direct threat, they shouldn't, in theory, be threatening on sight. Just something to keep an eye out for, as there are sometimes highwaymen on roads like that. And as mentioned, you are all a little bit rough. So, a tepid walk towards either the west or the east would be the most likely destination, depending on if you wanted to move towards the, Inalance, which is where you guys had come from. Obviously, thinking about the Ekuman Jar classical school, so to speak, the college. Or if you wanted to travel towards Barad for something that's a little bit less pomp and circumstance to it, not going to be badgering you with the yoke of law as much. You'd be less recognized. But it depends on what you guys are looking for. That was part of, part of the thinking of this is which direction would you want to go?
Well, since you've been asleep for a while, Vraxus, there's a small settlement to the west of here called Baradun. Perhaps along the way, we would be able to find some highwaymen to raid, and also a place to rest.
I am not a mere beast, Theron. My outburst upon my awakening was brought about by my new affliction. will not be contented with the slaughter of mere ruffians. You will do well to remember that going forward.
Do as you please, but don't complain to me if they force your hand.
We have the primordial for that one, for that work. And your lesser kin.
I think you'll find my brother quite capable. What say you, Selkor?
Owned?
What is Elcor doing? That's a good question. Did he need BRB?
I guess so. I didn't hear him, but he seems destroyed.
Shoulder may have pranked himself, or he forgot he's Elcor.
I guess he got pranked.
He probably got drawn away from the computer or something. Oh, well. Or he was muted the whole time and he didn't realize.
No,
or
he
like
just got
his
disconnected,
audio wasn't working.
Because he's not connected to the Foundry either, so he's offline. Yeah.
Oh,
Sudden
okay.
moment of utter prank. Absolutely.
Okay, I guess
disturbed.
we can. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we can fan canon that we can quickly think on our feet and say that it was he was talking with Squelch the whole time. I see he's reconnected.
He was
Yeah,
squelching.
he might have just got owned by a computer. He said, "I am you."
You are disconnected.
No, you said I am too.
Discord next.
So what did we say to him?
You?
Hi, back.
How
Did you
you?
hear any of that?
I heard Theron tell Vraxus what Baradun is.
So after that Vraxus said that he was not a beast and he does not randomly slay highwaymen. And then he called you my lesser kin, and I said that you were capable and asked you what you thought.
Yeah, like what?
Well, that's
You're
funny because
capable. What's up?
after everything cut out after he said that he was not a mere beast, and I thought that he had just stopped and nobody was talking. So I said he's not a mere beast; he is a complex beast.
Ah. Ah.
So maybe that's what I.
Yeah, that does make some sense.
Hmm. So is that the line you're going with?
He'll say,
He's probably just adjusting. Right?
He'll say, I think it's smart to rest and figure out just how mere this not mere beast is. As he gestures towards the bag on his hip.
So it is chosen.
Praxis says.
Lead the way, wizard.
And Theron will begin to head off towards the west.
Okay. You come across a chasm bridged only by a fallen tree that seems almost too good to be true, yet its sturdy bark should carry you across, should you choose to move in that direction. Up ahead, the pathway leads down the weathered staircase and towards a less grassy and more arid looking stretch of land that seems to go on for quite some time. It's difficult to see from this distance, but perhaps there's signs of civilization beyond, different architectural style, implying perhaps something more modern has been settling in that direction, and that this is indeed a promising path towards something resembling a place to rest.
How far of a drop is this?
Peering over the edge, Vraxus, you see just an array of vicious looking rocks that push out from either side of the cliff. It's really difficult to see how far down it seems to go because there's no way to see the actual ground. It's just the walls spiking out in various different parts of the cliff face. However long it falls down, it would be a pretty dire situation to ping off of each individual spike.
All right. Praxis will do a flip onto the tree and slide down on his feet like Tarzan.
Let's do an acrobatics check for that one. If you take 1 damage, you're dead. Yeah, he's too good. Pow. And then... Impressive display of alacrity.
Not even a drop of blood from his wounds touches the ground.
I'd like to Misty switch with Vraxus once he lands.
Hell yeah.
I get a resistance to that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to use 2-side and make it disadvantage.
Okay. What's the check?
The dexterity, I believe, right?
Like a dex save or like an acro?
Oh no,
It doesn't say it here.
It would be a dexterity save because it's
Oh, it's disadvantage, so let me roll it.
Oh, okay. Fuck me.
LMAO.
Okay, well, magic starts to swirl around you, Vraxus. You feel a pull as if you're supposed to be somewhere else, but then nothing happens. Perhaps this
No, I could
ground
just
is
do it again.
tainted? No, I'm just kidding.
Just keep making
No,
him roll.
Praxis would recognize the.
Yeah, he's already
the
been
men-
swat before, so that's pretty funny.
You are new, but not that special.
and he
God, I
walks
want to do it again
right-
so bad.
You see a smirk from Theron. Perhaps You could do it to me, brother. Once you're at the bottom, that is.
Selkor will say, "Oh, shut up," and he'll attempt to just kind of balance beam his way across.
There's more than enough room on that tree trunk for you, particularly given your, it's +3 dex mod, 16 dex. I'd say you'd be more than capable. Are you still bringing Squelch around with you?
I never took him out of the bag.
Yeah, I
so
think
if
when we
he-
reconnected, we lost the attachment or something. So let me.
Yeah, it's probably when the server was restarted or whatever.
Right. I think it's back on now. Feel free to migrate to figure out if I'm a fraud or not. Good now. Are you also going to... Oh, I guess not. Oh, I know what it is. Yeah. Okay.
we got him.
No, it's really dumb. I was in the other map on my main instance, and so it just doesn't load movement for the attachment if I'm not in the same map as you. So that's your cheat code for finding out if I'm doing more prep while you guys are role playing.
He's prepping.
Yeah, sure am. Are you going to be helping Theron out, or is he just shit out of luck?
Yeah. All right, wait. So my size back, right? Because it's a
Yeah, it's been enough time.
non-tie action.
Yeah.
All right. How would I do this properly?
You could do the bit where you separate a piece of Squelch and then switch with me and then switch with Squelch.
No, I want to switch with Theron and then switch with Raxus. And then switch with Theron again, so it looks like Theron switched with Raxus. I don't know, that sounds like a lot of effort. I'm just going to switch with Theron.
Holy sigh, Batman.
I have enough.
I should just put ball bearings there.
But Braxis isn't that kind of character.
Here, I'll do it for you. All right, Theron, now it's your turn.
Go. You're switching. Go. Switching, go.
All right,
Theron gets to be lazy. You don't, Three Crow.
Familiar magic encompasses your form, Theron, and you find yourself on the other side of the chasm.
Thank you, brother.
And then I balance beam again.
Yeah.
While they're
Squelch must
doing
feel
that,
really funny when he's just being teleported around.
while they're doing that, does Praxis recognize these ruins at all?
They appear to have markings that would be consistent with Sylvan Smiths. It's not anything you're exactly familiar with down to like a family name or something. Which could mean that it's a family name you don't know, or it could mean that it's a conglomerate of sorts. Multiple groups of elves banding together for it. Could also mean that it was someone trying to imitate it. But it's definitely reminding you of, well, I guess, and when I say elf, I am talking Sylvan, so, you know, pre-elf, but elf ancestor.
Ah. Alright. Gazing absently at the, when the party comes down, they'll just see Fraxus sort of gazing at the ruins for a second before proceeding. So where are we going? We're going this way? Or are we going this way? And
I believe the plan
Going
was
west.
for you guys to move down west, but I was here.
No, he's prepping.
Sure about that?
Yeah, look at my squad.
What about him?
Haha. You
I do
prepper.
need to be in the other seat in order to pull you in. Kind of makes sense based on
It's okay, I'll stop moving.
that. So as you guys make your way away from the site of the ruins, your minds will be put to some peace by virtue of the fact that nothing has followed you out of the mechanism from which you elevated. You're going to be, walking towards the more arid pass in the distance as the river that you can hear nearby starts to come more into, at the very least, the soundscape definitely becoming a damn sight more loud. As you uh, move through the land, just a touch, you'll definitely start to hear the running water of a more significant body of water. And as you draw further away from the mountain aperture, further down the side of it, the side of this aperture, you will find several places that seem safe enough to camp, but they are fairly close to this aperture. The question is, would you like to set up camp in a spacious area out here, near to where you just narrowly escaped, or would you like to press on despite your dire physical situation?
Well, boys, are we taking the first chance to short rest that we got?
Yeah, we should probably short rest, and then we could go a little further and find a proper camp.
Yeah, I like that idea.
That agreeable to Squelch and to Selkor as well?
Yeah, that sounds
Hell
good to
yeah.
me.
All right. Well, it's probably theater of mind ideas for the camp before changing maps, which reminds me, I do need to preload that so that Wi-Fi man can be all right. How are you guys feeling about what you're actually going to be doing to make camp? It is daylight hours, so short rest is definitely a solid idea. Unlikely that the sun will begin to set so soon at the current point in position. But your wounds are all going to contribute to your exhaustion, and it shouldn't take much for you to find respite and some slumber. But what's the party going to be doing for its short rests?
Well,
So for short rest, we can do light activity, right?
Yeah.
So Vraxis will sort of go through his weapons obsessively and note their every flaw and how they are subpar to his previously glorious equipment.
That's a pretty good move.
I think Squelch is probably exploring and, exploring his container, the bag, and trying to understand it.
Spending not very much time out in the open then.
No.
at our camping spot,
Mm-hmm.
Theron will cast Unseen Servant, and then over the course of the rest, you will see the servant helping him use prestidigitation to clean every square inch of his clothing, to meticulously reset himself in appearance, and to generally clean his wounds, and just helping him with everything he's doing.
Very cool. Got the, self-aggrandizement, I suppose. What's Elcor do during the downtime?
I think he's just getting comfortable. Probably sitting down in his place to rest. Maybe putting the bag down instead of holding on to it.
Keeping it within reach, keeping it in a good spot so that it doesn't get taken away or anything.
For sure.
Nice. All right. So we have, you guys are spending an hour for a short rest.
Yeah.
Can we hit the button?
As you guys are bedding down for camp, there is, the first maybe chunk, maybe third of your rest, 20 minutes or so, will pass by without much significance. You guys will have a short order, campsite, so to speak, just kind of unpacking a few of the supplies that you got, relaxing a little bit, cleaning up your wounds, doing whatever you're doing. And then there will be a startling sound of rumbling thunder that cracks through the mountain itself, coming up from beneath you. There's a sense of stillness that spreads up through the air afterwards, as if the motion of the world has come to a pause. And it seems to dissipate and fade over the course of a brief moment, perhaps a minute in total. But it's certainly an unsettling sense. Something that, your first mind may think of is that some kind of knock-on effect of the rituals that had been cast? Is that the sign of completion? Is that something else entirely? But nothing comes immediately after it. No looming beast or great drake or anything of the sort that takes to the skies or emerges from the many cracks and crevices of the mountain. Just the sound and the stillness, and then back to normal, though the chirping of the birds starts to feel perhaps a little concerned and trepidatious.
The power of Mylar.
Vraxus says in reverence.
Selkor will message the bag, and we'll say, "Would you like some rain?"
Yes, sir. You create rain?
With another message, he'll say, "No, it's starting to rain. It just happened."
Oh, that makes more sense.
Just doesn't answer.
I want meat.
I like that.
Wait,
He's not used to talking to people, okay?
yeah,
No
and
voice changer for
yeah,
that.
he doesn't have his voice changer on it.
Oh, did my voice changer not work? Okay, let me... Wait, it's missing. Oh, wait, here we go. Squelch. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably... Yeah. It's Discord's fault.
It's Discord.
God damn it, Discord! Why you gotta be like that?
Robbed us of our squelch.
It's because Discord likes to change around all the audio stuff every time something gets connected or disconnected.
Yeah, I have seen that. It has occurred.
So, does Squelch answer if he wants rain, or
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. He just that was all he had.
he just leaves it vague?
He's not used to socializing. Okay.
Yeah.
If Sulcor asked again, he would probably answer.
Yeah, he's not going to push him. He's on 1 health.
Yeah,
He's
he
on
doesn't.
one real
He's
got
being
a-
very
got a man
very
eating slime in his
careful. He
pocket.
doesn't want much.
That is
anything
true.
else
It is
to-
man-eating slime, not elven-eating slime.
Mm. So Sulcor isn't a man?
Damn. Got him. Oh shit! Damn. Double got him.
So never call me a human ever again. I'm not an animal.
I really like the way that elves seem to speak with animals to talk to humans. That is
Exactly.
seems to be a common thing.
Any response from Theron about the epic magic?
It seems whatever was going on down there has come to a head. I had hoped to interrupt the ritual, but better them to deal with it than us.
Until I take my rightful place as champion again. It will have to be the problem of the lesser races.
After that, Raxus will return to his obsessive study of his weapons. Occasionally muttering something darkly about mediocre material or some microscopic flaw in the metalwork that's gonna slow him down by a rather insignificant amount of time from the perspective of any normal person.
So nobody
Yeah,
else is. Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna ask you if we proceed with the rest.
Yeah. So if there is no other anything that anybody wants, nobody else is thinking about anything in particular, then this is a fine time for you guys to all hit the short rest button. If you guys have anything else you wanted to say, feel free to do so.
Hey, how do I use my hit dice?
Well, you should have one, being level 1.
Oh, there we go.
As part of
Yeah.
this short rest, I am going to use my arcane recovery.
Hell yeah. Do you want to explain what your arcane recovery does differently than default? I mean, wizards
Yeah,
don't really
so-
have it, right? So
It
exists.
is They do have it. It just works a little differently now. So, with the new wizard, once per long rest, when I take a short rest, I can recover all of my spell slots instead of only a few.
Oh, I got 3.
Oh shit, you did get 3. That's not very much health.
I always forget our short rest or our hit dice rules. do I take average +1 or do I? I don't remember how it works.
It looks like that's what it is.
No, the average would be average
average
plus
plus one
one
would
would
be
be
four.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, not 3.
It's supposed to take the higher value, but it doesn't look like it's doing that properly. Oh no, you rolled a 2.
Yeah,
And
I get a
okay.
+1.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
2.
So it's supposed to be max of 1d6 plus 1. I think the half plus 1 is only for leveling up if you want to do that. Or did we actually? You
I
can
do
have
wanna
an
level.
extra hit point. That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not really particularly fussed about it, but yeah, that I just wasn't able to recall it immediately myself.
I'll take 5.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, brother. Oh, but fucking Theron will almost max roll. Fuck you.
Yeah, everybody's got almost full health. Except you. Well, I guess you do technically have almost full health. That's
I
how
don't.
much
I
5
don't
health
gotta
is.
roll very high, dude. I got like 6 hit points.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm only 1 less than Theron is.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So I think this is probably a good time. Let me double check. Oh, just got sent a picture of the design.
Do you need to quickly take your tour of Italy?
I think so, but first I will pause and I hit preload instead of load. Stacked. Hi guys. Now you guys have seen the next map.
Oh shit, it's Skelk! Whatever that guy's name was in my family campaign.
I'm glad you recognized him immediately. That was what I hoped.
Yeah.
Is Skelk the elf or the humanoid that's red?
The elf.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
You
fucking.
can't spoil it. You'll have to just find out.
Oh, is the twist the same?
Well,
He's
I'm
a
using.
changeling. Isn't he?
I am using the token art, but it is set to represent a similar creature. Whether it is the same creature will have to be.
Okay, I won't say anything until the twist is revealed.
There it is. All right. So I will return momentarily.
Do I get rice? That is the question. Or do I get ice cream?
Why not both?
Because that would be gluttony. To be honest, eating anything would be gluttony. I already technically had dinner. And I had a fucking big ass breakfast. Went to Denny's. Got a country fried steak.
Savage.
And nachos. That I ate the majority of. Only a few other people had them. Fucking went full big back. Also, shoulder got booted. So yeah, I'm gonna grab that shit.
All right.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah. You're back, but Chandler is now Dinnerman.
I'm you.
Are you?
Ah, I'm you. Thank God. And I was in the middle of saying how hard it is to do shit with a wrap covering your entire hand, and then I dropped everything off my desk, and then I picked my head back up, and my Wi-Fi was gone. Or my Ethernet was gone.
Owned. You're gonna have to be a hotspot man like Shambler.
No, it's okay. I went and got snacks and came back, and we're fine now.
You live.
Oh my god.
No, I unlive, actually. I unalive.
We're both undead, technically. Oh, I am. You're boost.
I was never alive in the first place.
Until you devoured enough life.
That's right.
I went the ice cream route. And I put fucking whole milk in it too. For extra lard.
Who needs to be alive when you can be the conscious byproduct of cells in motion?
Who needs to be alive when you can be the core of a cell? We're still down a DM and a shoulder.
I'm you.
Good. see a man who has a red target on him. He also looks decked out as hell in that armor. Maybe he'll be worth killing. Or throwing into the river. What ice cream do you guys like?
I like mint.
Good ice cream.
Mint.
Hmm?
Did you just say you hate ice cream?
I said good ice cream.
Yeah, but what's your favorite?
Like chocolate, peanut butter.
Peanut butter, chocolate, grape one separate. When they combine, they make the morning time epic.
I guess it depends on what I'm in the mood for.
You don't gotta go to.
If I had to default to something, I'd probably pick like coffee ice cream.
The workaholic's choice.
Exactly.
Mint, peanut butter, chocolate, and coffee. Let's see. It's the fight between butter pecan and this one ice cream that I came across. I think it was like a limited run, but it was some store brand, but it was cinnamon cookie crumble. It's way better than how I'm about to describe it, but it was like eating a pumpkin pie in ice cream form.
You know what? I'll change my answer. If I can ever get like s'mores ice cream, like chocolate and marshmallow, I love anything s'mores.
Mm. I love butter pecan, but the problem is that it's so varied. I love the butter pecan from Marble Slab, and I put Heath Bar in it. But I've got in store butter pecan that sucks. There's one good brand that I had gotten for a little while, and then I stopped eating ice cream for a period of time, and then I lost track of it. I was never able to find it again, or more like I forgot the name of it. And there's some other ice cream joints around here that don't do um, butter pecan well. Whereas the fucking cinnamon cookie crumble shit, I've never come across it again. God, that shit was so good. Ate it for like 3 months straight. Not every day, but I
What am I
didn't eat
talking
any
about?
other ice cream but that shit.
What's going on here?
We're discussing ice cream.
Oh, cool.
Chandler's discussing this.
Yeah, what's your
I
your
was
favorite ice
filling
cream,
the
dude?
void.
My favorite ice cream,
Is
probably.
it Parmesan?
If somebody told me to
That's
eat Parmesan ice cream or die, I think I'd actually die.
Dude, think about it like this.
Not because I chose death, but because I ate Parmesan ice cream and then died.
I think you'd die after realizing that you liked it.
I definitely wouldn't like it.
I
You like
I don't eat ice cream enough to have a favorite, which is a weird thing to say out loud. But did you guys see Godwheat get owned, by the way? It was pretty good.
God rest God.
What happened to Godweed?
He got owned.
He's just trying to dad it up, bro.
Oh, poor Godweed. Oh, that's who this guy is. It's not Skulk or whatever his name was. It's just Godweed.
No. But the lasagna actually isn't done yet, so I'm gonna hang out and we're gonna keep on going. So this is
We're
you.
gonna get lasagna again.
You guys are gonna get lasagna posted in the middle of the battle right before you die. So you guys are continuing your trek. I guess we should probably finish up the rest stuff with you guys like, rising from slumber. So park the fact that you guys got to a new map out of sequence. That was a lasagna post. What do you guys do as you rise from your rest, feeling slightly more rejuvenated and capable?
Vraxis gathers up his weapons, and looks to Theron expectingly.
So yeah, Theron dusts himself off. His unseen servant finishes packing up his bags and all of his things, and then vanishes into nothing, which doesn't look like much because it's already an invisible entity.
It's
And
the
he
cloaking field, like in a Protoss or whatever. It just vanishes. Even
Yeah,
the shimmer
yeah,
goes away.
Looks like somebody removed a Kabbalist with a trigger.
Yeah, perfect.
And then he grabs his things and he looks towards Baradun.
Oh. Sorry, I thought my internet died again because everything froze. But actually, my computer just died. That's all.
Oh, good. I'm glad it wasn't the worst thing.
I believe that was just what we needed.
Hunger abates. Let us move forward.
Right. You migrate your way further west and end up at a path that looks to have been visited by many different cultures and architectural groupings. There's shattered pillars, debris from many fallen rocks, and partially completed, partially destroyed construction efforts. In the distance to the south, just past a bridge over the water, there's what appears to be a red fabric draped over a weathered skull, waving in the wind. And overhead looms an enormous vulture that seems to have taken an interest in you as it soars past before
Oh, that's a shadow.
disappearing into the
Oh.
rocks overhead.
The shadow's gone.
Do we see these men here?
Yes, indeed. There
Yeah.
appears to be a man crouched down, fiddling with something in a pack. Next to him is an impassive, seemingly like just stationary man in full armor, metal armor, which you imagine, despite the proximity to the water, must make him quite hot under all of that, given the more arid nature of this location.
Does the man in armor look impressive in any way?
The most impressive thing about the man in armor is his stillness. He seems to be holding quite the pose. His
Any
gaze
other
affixed
details on
His gaze is affixed on the crouched figure that's much, maybe not much smaller, but certainly an obvious amount smaller. The armor has a lot of carvings on it or engravings upon it that set it apart from armor that you've seen worn by the cultists or by your compatriots, your comrades. But it doesn't look ancient, just certainly perhaps a more impressive make than what you've seen of metal armor recently.
In Infernal, Vraxis will say, directed towards Theron,
You speak the crimson tongue.
Theron will nod.
Vraxis will describe the symbols briefly of the man's armor and will ask,
Do you recognize what I speak?
Am I familiar with what he's describing?
This would probably be where I would call for like a history check, but I can't remember what you're especially proficient in for history.
Well, I am a esoteric historian, and if I pull that up real quick, I have advantage on checks made to identify cataclysms, lost empires, archmages, and old magics.
Oh, okay. So this is not the work of any of that. So if you do want to identify it from the description, feel free to roll your check. Or otherwise, I'll just tell you what you're passively aware of based on it.
I'm going to roll. Yep, so 14.
Alrighty. The thing that is being described to you.
Or, I'm sorry, it'd be a 15 using the minimum rule.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. The markings being described to you sound like wards against some particular threat or perhaps reinforcements. They're magical markings, so it could be leftover or current residual effects of some kind of magic. But you would need to be a little bit closer to identify if they're still active. You can't tell that just by the marking itself.
I'll say in Infernal, it seems to be some sort of abjuration, but I'd need to be a bit closer to study it and confirm.
I do not recognize them as servants of Mylar. They are not worth my time. Are they worth yours?
He turns to look at Theron more fully.
They may be in possession of something of use. They may not give you a glorious battle, but they could further our purpose.
I vote on asking. Hello there. Are you worth our time?
There's no reaction from the man in the armor. However, the trader perks up and sort of shoots to his feet. His voice is perhaps predictably pitched up and seems to be on edge, but he does holler over the roaring river between you. Well, I suppose that depends on your time and who you are. But I am in no place to make demands. Have you come to help me?
He'll look at Theron and he'll say, well, have we?
And what aid do you seek?
What did he say?
Theron messages him.
He said, what aid do you seek?
Ah, well, at this point, I'll take what I can get. My goods have been ransacked and made off with. I've only got this sack of less than beneficial supplies here, and it's a long trek to the nearest post due south of here. I would go there anyways, and it wouldn't be a problem to make it. I'm not dehydrated, and he gestures in the direction of the river. But without my supplies, I am a man with no fortune and with no safe passage through these ruffian places. There would be little hope of making it there. Throughout this conversation, he seems to have paid no mind to the man in the armor behind him.
What do you think, brother? Do we need supplies? Perhaps of his variety?
Might be worth bruising his wares, if you know what I mean. Theron will begin walking towards the bridge.
Stay right there.
He said, "Stay right there."
Before we cross, how does this bridge look? Does it look safe?
It seems to have been used recently enough, including by the heavily armored man, and the trader, appears to have wandered across it. Some of the planks are a little trepidatious. You want to watch your step, but at the very least, it looks like it'll be sturdy enough for a few people to cross at any given time. In fact, the trader himself pipes up as you approach. I would go 2 at a time, or 2 and then 1. Whoever's the heaviest should go last.
Well, I'm carrying cargo here, so perhaps you two first.
So be it.
How leapable is this chasm?
Go ahead and measure it. So, a 20-foot, and then it would be a scramble. I mean, you have leapt farther, but it's an adequate test of your abilities, and should you fail, it would be interesting to try to resolve you.
How high is this elevation here? And would it help me in clearing that gap?
Whatever benefit it would give you in height, it would likely hinder you in the inability to take a running leap. It's a bit more rocky. You could try like bouncing off of it, I guess, Mirror's Edge style, but you'd have to suddenly adjust your angle at the end when you do take the jump. It would be an impressive move, and by that I mean a higher DC.
What about this? Well, like where this is still attached to the rock, just jumping to the other side with the rock.
Yeah,
That's
if you went for
15
the
feet.
from the second plank there till the essentially the last plank, you could measure that if you wanted to. So it's about it would be the same distance, but if you fall, then you just land on the plank. So nothing terrible.
All right, Praxis will do a backflip to the other side.
A backflip! Holy shit! Look at this guy. All right. Very impressively, Vraxis manages to backflip a solid 15 feet, landing upon the plank just above the rock, which remarkably does hold.
He will nonchalantly walk up next to Theron, a bored expression on his face, not bothering to hide his rather horrific features. He's a crimson-skinned, 7-foot demon man with sickly yellow eyes and horrible black scars just all along his body.
Don't get him twisted, sir. He's so happy he pulled that off.
Well, it was impressive. And I thank you for coming to my aid. At least I hope that's what you're doing.
Theron will gesture to the armored man. What of your friend? Has he expired?
Oh, not quite. He's what remains of my escort. The man then snaps his fingers and, or the trader snaps his fingers, and the man in the armor suddenly jerks to face you. Almost unnatural in its movements. And as you gaze into the helm, you see that it is hollow. There's nothing or no one actually in that armor.
So you need help carrying your shipment, but you seem to have a capable pair of hands right here.
Oh, well, if I was only carrying a shipment, that would be one thing, but understand most of my goods have been made off with already, those ruffians in the south. They're meant to be patrolled and pushed away, but something seems to have delayed the usual patrols. That's why I'm still here, in fact. Merchants that travel this land are expected to abide by your typical procedures in the event of an emergency like this. Go someplace safe, but not too far off the path, and await the arrival of the regular night patrols. But Baradun has not been as regular with them as we would have liked. That's for sure. And he, like, nonchalantly just kind of pats the armored man, or armor, as he says that.
If we were to escort you, could you lead us to those who took your shipment?
Aye. If you simply walked further down, you would find them yourself, but I could at the very least try to point you in the right direction. Though I only narrowly escaped with my life and the few options I had left for wares. And he sort of gestures towards the pack that is on the ground beneath him. A weathered-looking saddlebag. It no longer has a horse to carry it.
How about this? Point us to where we need to go, and we will just bring it to you in Baradun.
Ah, you aim to take possession of the wares and then navigate your way to the city. Meeting me there, I suppose? He has an eyebrow cocked. perhaps in disbelief.
Of
Well,
course. What
surely
better way to
there
help?
is. Sorry.
I think you just said we do it all the time or something. I
Said, of course. What better way to help you? Keep you out of danger.
As this conversation goes on, Braxis will go from being somewhat bored looking and distracted to rather oddly but meticulously tracing the path of the trader's veins wherever they're visible with his eyes.
When the trader notices you looking, he will be unsettled, but won't say anything just yet as he's still in the midst of conversation.
And as suddenly as he's noticed, Braxis will break his silence and step forward. And he will say,
More importantly, what is the character of these ruffians? How many of your party did they slay before they made off with your goods?
The man is a little alarmed at your proximity, but otherwise mostly perhaps a touch confused. I typically travel alone only with entities such as this, and he gestures towards the engineering feat to his side. But something seems to have gone wrong with the other I was with, and it has become inoperable. I stood little chance in the face of such a vagabond group. You're asking of their character. They are your typical motley crew of criminal elements, yet they certainly had a penchant for battle. In fact, and he does have a look of genuine surprise or perhaps worry and fear on his face as he says this next part. I worry that you will find the remnants of the battle group that was designed to actually patrol these lands. If you look too deep into their base of operations, that is the only explanation for why they have not come yet. At least so far as I can identify. And if they have taken war to men like that, they are fearsome combatants indeed.
Fearsome for you,
Braxis says,
but I do not know you, little man.
and he will turn to the humanoid and look it over.
But perhaps there is a better way than words for you to demonstrate their strength, their worth of my time.
And Braxis will hold forth a hand, say,
A test of strength. Between me and your servant.
Okay. So as you go about that, doing that, the man does reluctantly snap his fingers, and the servant extends the arm forward, obsequiently.
hey. So Braxis will essentially try and flip this thing onto its back with one hand, with the expectation that it will also try to do the same.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an arm wrestle, but that works too.
Oh, we're standing.
Fair. No, not
That's more violent
not
than
seated. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see your athletics roll, son. That's pretty good.
Ooh, he
So-
had advantage.
Yeah, not sufficient to flip him, but you do force him to budge, though it takes you great effort, and you barely make a move. Still getting the better of him and raising an eyebrow from the trader in the process. Impressive, he mutters under his breath.
With a vicious smile, Vraxis will laugh and say,
And how many did you say of these they destroyed?
There was one other that I believe met an end, and a much more imposing one that I simply could not obey or bend to my command any longer. Whether it's due to them or some faulty engineering, I have little idea.
letting go of the creature, Vraxis will turn to Theron.
We hunt today.
Before we leave, if we are to recover your shipment, it's only right that we know what we're looking for. So what is it? Arms, jewels, laborers?
I wouldn't recommend using anything that I have as weaponry, but some of it should be of note. Much of it is, regrettably, riches, which, at the very least, could be payment for your location of the supplies and acquisition of them back into friendly hands. I would recommend that you keep the pieces of any gestures to the entity next to him. Well, things of this sort, from utterly expiring. Even if they are ruined or wrecked, they could still be of use once returned to a proper smithy. Now, based on his answer, Theron, and the rest of the party, you can safely assume he's been transporting more base materials to make things like his armor suit that he has here. Living armor or whatever.
Based on what I see of the armor set and what he's described, do I think there would be anything that would be useful for Vraxis?
It could be that there's, at the very least, weaponry amongst the bandits, or it could be that the gauntlets that have been used are in some way enchanted and could provide more power. It's clearly this is animated through magic, but the base materials seem to be somehow specialized.
Well, fair enough. You said they were to the south?
Yes, they certainly were. I didn't get very far down this path, and should you clear the way for me, I would be in your debt.
Well, my friend here seems riled up, so I suppose we shall take you up on your offer and see what we can recover.
Someone asked this guy's name before we go. It's not in character for Vraxis to do that.
Oh, he probably would have identified himself earlier. He would have probably, as he approached, came across the bridge, he probably would have said, I am Mental.
Mentor the Mentor?
Not quite.
Oh, Mental.
Mental.
Bro, we need men. Fuck, the first name that I said, the Mentor Minotaur.
The Mentorator.
Torator.
Rather impatiently, Vraxis will say,
Are we ready yet?
Let us make our way.
I wonder what Selkor wants to do.
I don't know what's over there.
"Oh, you can continue before we go too far."
No, it's fine. I'll
All
help
right,
this guy.
Vraxis does another flip over the bridge.
Does he?
That's a 15.
Oh,
It is a
That's
15.
15.
yeah, you land like right in the middle instead of as far as forward as you thought you would.
Wait, that's more than a DC 15?
Well, it's for you're trying to
Yeah,
jump
dude.
up in elevation.
Trying to do a backflip.
And it's back. You still
Okay,
succeed. It's just
I'll
it
give you
doesn't
a
give-
second chance.
Well, he has to roll Dex to resist it.
Unless he's a willing creature.
Yeah.
Nah, Vraxis is
I'll
helping.
get fucked. See you later.
All right, dude. Do it again.
All right. Actually, Vraxis will run across the bridge and jump onto Selkor's shoulders.
That's a threat.
Like, he wants to jump onto his shoulders and then flip off to be in front of him.
Yeah, but you're 7 feet taller or whatever. Right?
Yeah, but he's going to use his acrobatic skill to distribute his weight in such a way that his target does not collapse in the process.
Okay. So you'll need an acrobatics check. For sure.
That's a 15.
So then we're going to need a strength check. Like a saving throw, I think. But with advantage because Praxis has hit a 15.
From Selkor or from me?
Zelkor, so he doesn't collapse.
I'm switching places with him as soon as he jumps.
Oh.
Okay, but you still need the strength check before that.
He doesn't really, because it's only relevant if you actually made contact with him. So you just jump into the air and land like over here, somehow.
They spend 2 sides, switch places with their actions.
Yeah, that one you can't resist.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's a reaction.
It's also 2 psi. It might need
It's also
to. It might be
2
OP. We don't know. We gotta run it.
I'll have to roll like a stealth check in the future.
Yeah, it's just because I heard you, because you sprinted like a mad animal.
Yeah, your tongue was probably out.
Landing on his feet perfectly, Vraxis looks a little confused as he realizes he did not indeed land atop an elf's shoulders.
Pretty little thing.
I also appreciate that earlier my brother wrote, "My Wi-Fi took a bio break."
Glad someone recognized them.
Yeah. You round the bend and almost immediately see the beginnings of what must have been discussed. There's barely audible shouting, or maybe not shouting, but arguing over the sound of the water as 2 humanoid creatures, one of which who is clearly serpentine in nature, scaled and powerful in build. Another who looks more garden variety, shall we say, both clad in various arms and armor, are standing at the foot of some stairs adjacent to a ladder that seems to go further up the mountain. And they are conversating.
Should we ask them if they're worth our time?
Praxis Looks like he's just gonna continue walking unless someone does something.
Aaron will walk with you.
All right, so Vraxis walks boldly up to the two.
As you approach further, there's a whistle that comes from atop the mountain, and more figures seem to come into view. Atop the stairs that these two are in front of, a powerful looking orc towers over a shorter humanoid, and a goblin stands next to the orc, sniveling next to it, and generally being a stinky menace, as goblins often are. A pair of horses are active in the distance, just grazing on nearby tufts of yellow grass and otherwise plodding about.
Oh,
Oh no.
I was looking for metal armor. I probably don't really need a perception check for that, but and that one's funny.
And that one is fun. Hey, wait, where did you... Oh, never mind. It's on... Squelch is under Theron.
Yeah,
I was going to say...
I wanted to stand here for the vision, but
yeah,
I couldn't
that's
because
okay.
Squelch.
Squelch is still with you. You guys didn't even talk to Squelch about the bring-in with with Mental. You guys didn't even...
He heard everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What if he
Squelch
wanted
can
to
hear
say
everything in the bag, and he can speak out of the bag, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking we should instantiate as rules. But
Yeah.
what does Squelch think? Because you guys now just walked up into a fight, or a potential fight. Like,
Here.
Squelch might have been asleep.
oh shit! Well, there you go. No worries, dude.
So
Speaking of
he
that,
he was just short resting.
yeah, you were short rest.
That's right.
IRL.
Yeah. Well, that's really good timing because the lasagna's ready now. So I think this is a good
Oh,
suspense.
don't worry,
for him.
Squelch. You can go back to sleep.
Yes, yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go get ready for sleep.
Lasagna man.
I did not sleep very well between work and this session, so
Ah. Well, all you missed was us talking to a merchant with soulless golems as his servants, and Vraxis was convinced that these bandits are worth his time because he arm wrestled one of the golems and it didn't crumple.
so he's like, I'll be able to punch these guys and they won't just instantly die.
They fell one of these. That means at least one of them is worth my time.
Nice.
No,
It's okay,
wait,
Squelch will eat them all.
I'm about to do a take me to your leader. I don't expect it to work, but Vraxis is that kind of guy.
It's time for the banditos.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fight. Well, unless they do what Praxis wants them to do, which I really doubt. But if they do, it would be really funny. I see a goblin, an orc, a human, a lizard man.
And another human, I think.
The lizard man looks like one of the croc people, not a Galen.
Yeah.
Your token even over here?
Is under me.
Oh,
I can't control it, so.
rip.
It's because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
attached to Sulcor.
Yeah.
Succor better throw you into the middle of the fight because
That'll be pretty good.
we have no healing, bro.
Yeah. I do like the idea of the sound of snoring coming from the pouch. And Sulcor is just like, all right, buddy, here you go. You just fucking football chucks him right into a fucking orc.
He wakes up in the middle of the fight. He's like, "What's happening?"
He starts dreaming of meat, and then he wakes up and he's on someone's head.
He's like, "Ah, meat."
So they have a whole bandit lair here.
How much do you want to bet that the guy we just talked to is just bait to get people to come down here and get robbed?
He actually works for the bandits.
I don't think so.
He's their handler. Their bandler.
The bandler? Or like my evil brother or something?
Yeah, that's what we call you when you get banned.
I'm immune to such things.
What if Bruno Go came back? It was just like, want to bet?
SMH. Oh, Bale, what's your favorite ice cream? Oh, you said mint. Thought you weren't here for that too.
I've been going in and out of consciousness.
Hmm.
fucking lasagna, man.
You over?
It's times like this where I load up chess.com.
Chest.
Time like
Sure.
this where I add more main quotes to the list.
Hi guys, I'm back with lasagna.
Use lasagna, man.
Hello, back with lasagna. Nice to meet
I-
you.
Hi,
Dad.
lasagna. I'm back with guys.
I'm not back with guys. It's not that kind of pride.
Well,
So, sorry for
Nice.
the second interruption. I am now lasagna readied. I don't know if everybody else is.
we're ready.
I am.
I'm always
And
here.
attempting not to fall asleep again.
I'm also Praxis approaches confidently.
Did we want to quickly see if Squelch had anything to say? Because he was asleep, so I don't know if you guys caught him up while I was gone.
We gave him a rundown, but since he's aware of what's happening in the bag and all that, he can do stuff.
Yeah. I just didn't know if he would have had anything that he would have wanted to bring up or say, or if he was cool with just being like, I'm
Probably
observing.
not. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Squelch. Nothing so far has happened that would be too interesting to Squelch, other than we're going to fight, but, you know, he can just wait till we fight.
Right. All right. The two conversating individuals turn to face you as you approach.
Hello.
Have you come to give your final remarks? The one in blue says.
We come seeking your champion. Present him, or suffer the wrath of the Crimson Artist.
Really, the Crimson Artist? That's what you got?
The humanoid and the serpentine one exchange a quick glance before the one in blue gestures forward. By this point, everybody has taken notice, and the orc pushes past the others with a grunt. His armor, while not being particularly significant in its protective quality, certainly accentuates his rather burly form, and he menacingly marches down the stairs with a great axe in hand. The others follow in tow. The goblin Giddy.
You would call yourself champion, brute?
The one in brighter robes in the back pipes up. I think you have the wrong idea, Red One. We are not with a champion. Our strength is in our... She gestures around her. Numbers, you see.
The cult of the Pretenders thought that as well. They bleed. Their blood flows down the mountain all the same. If you do not have a champion, then you have only come to die.
He is completely confident as he says this, unflinching, standing at his full 7-foot height, a maddened look in his eyes, froth at the mouth, his fangs showing, gleaming even, and there is already heaps of blood on him because he did not wash. He reeks of death and of a fully devoured corpse all across him.
Do any of these idiots have a ranged weapon?
Well, the one in robes and the goblin are both sort of holding back. It looks like maybe the goblin has one stowed currently that they may or may not be reaching for. They're just kind of constantly moving and twitching, so it's a little hard to tell.
Do any of them seem to be speaking as the authority of the group, or are they just together?
Yeah, not really a leader type among them, per se, that you can tell. Maybe the guy who was talking to you before in blue?
I have a question about my whatever it's called, class. If they resist the Misty switch, does that resist the switch, or am I still able to use all melee spells?
I think
like
that
everything is touch.
I think the touch link is probably something we can provide no matter what, so that if they do resist, you still have a thing you can do.
Trying to boom his voice, he'll say, "You there," pointing at the orc. "Lay your weapon down, or beware the never-ending hunger of my companion."
Are they in any way phased from the current course
I'm
of action,
serious.
from the confidence presented?
You better put it down.
All the speech and gestures have done so far is make them all, much more bristling, ready for combat. They seem like a hardy bunch.
I warned you. And he will grab the orc with his psionic power and empty the bag onto his head.
Oh, shit. So
Vraxis will as Selkor acts, throw some ball bearings.
Well, the thing is, Selkor's stuff requires them to take an action as I'm reading this, so...
Oh, okay, never mind.
He can't just do
There's
it
nothing.
apropos of nothing, right? He's got to wait for the orc to do something.
Okay.
But, I mean, he was pointing at it and being loud and obvious, and so if you guys were going to try for an in-character, planning for that to be a thing, or something related to the orc to be a thing that Selkor's trying to do, it could work,
If you admit your cowardice, then you have only bought yourselves death.
And then Vraxis will empty those ball bearings, and he will throw his short sword at the person in white.
Decent
Rip.
attack roll, min damage. Okay, buddy. Wish you had whatever that feat was.
What feat?
The feat that allows you to reroll your damage attack. Savage attacker.
They have feet?
Sometimes, but only when you turn into a humanoid or something else with feet, a footanoid.
Aha, foot.
Okay, so so Vraxis just covers the area in ball bearings and then chucks a sword at the lady in white.
10 by 10, so I have to make this big. Sorry. Go ahead.
The an interesting placement for it too. So the orc
I can
immediately.
backflip over that.
What'd you say?
I can backflip over that. They can't.
Okay, so the orc immediately starts moving forward, and we'll have to pass that. So this is a creature moving across the area. So it looks.
Oh my god, he passed my switch. Oh.
That's for the ball bearings, but I guess I should also roll another. I guess
Well,
chronologically.
I dropped the shit on him first, right?
You had to wait for him to do an action. That's what I was even saying. Like it doesn't take into effect until you.
I don't know. If that doesn't. That would be reflexive riposte, right? Because Misty Switch would be on my turn, and before they moved at all, I would drop something on their. Like I would attack them.
So you spend one side to channel your psionic power into the space around yourself and a target creature within 60 feet. As soon as the target takes an action, you switch places with them. Oh, and the effect ends. Yeah, so I guess never mind. So you can actually just...
Yeah, so I would drop it on him first, and then I would switch places with him.
If he started to move.
If he started to move, yes.
And he failed the save. So, okay.
He
Well, so he passes the save, and instead there's a what do you call it? Oh, hold on, I got a squelch. Here you go. There's a squelch on his head.
This is a squelch on his head.
Oh my god. And we'll just move him off to the side.
How heavy is Squelch?
Let me check his bio. Did he? Oh, he didn't put that in there. How heavy is Squelch?
300 pounds.
How much food is he eating recently? How many people is he eating?
Probably like 250 pounds. Like, I don't think it would be super heavy, but it would definitely not be light either.
It would be a lot
like
for Squelch to suddenly appear in front of this orc. So that's weird.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna hurt if he lands on somebody. He's gonna hurt them.
Hell yeah. That is a good idea. Is a good time for initiative rolls.
I tried to roll for Theron. Wrong, brother.
Rolls had to go bad eventually.
Oh, Spore Squelch. Oh, God.
He's surprised. He was taking a
He
nap
was
in the
dazed
bag.
by being dropped on the
Yeah, no, he just got woken up.
That's right, he's groggy.
Now, because Vraxis has already done some actions, we're going to have a slightly modified turn here. But since Elcor went out on initiative and has already used Misty Switch, basically treat that like you used that as part of your turn.
So I only have an action.
That's right.
And is the connection still with the orc?
Yeah,
Because he was not moved yet.
He has not moved yet, and so we have to treat it like he has not done a dex saving throw, so I'll just re-roll it if he does.
Okay.
Because otherwise I'm basically saying that, yeah, just pretend you don't know that it's going to resist the saving.
Alright, okay. I don't know that he would attack him anyway.
And that lasagna was so good.
But you didn't bring enough lasagna for the whole party.
Yeah. Do you have enough to share with the class?
That's right.
Kind of.
Throw it.
So I don't know whether to rapier the orc or to blade ward myself because I have
That is a
health.
terrible phrase.
You're
Probably
terrible.
Blade Ward.
Yeah. My brother has always been smart.
Yeah.
I can't click on blade ward. That's not blade ward.
What the hell? Blade
I
Ward.
click. Oh yeah, I click on blade ward and nothing pops up in the chat.
It has a cast
Basic-
action. I guess I have to turn
Yeah.
it into a utility action.
Oh, now I get to choose. I press cast and nothing happens. I press utility, something does happen.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
I'll just change it
wow.
to utility, so at least it appears in the chat.
Imagine a world. So yeah, I have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
That's
And
pretty
then
good.
I'm gonna step back.
Hell yeah. All right.
Alright.
So the first thing that occurs is that a arrow strikes you
Oh,
square
fuck.
in the back there, and because it's
One.
piercing, that's 1, and then thanks, Alexander. That's 2.
Fuck you, Alexander.
Do we want to selectively not adopt that rule in this particular place?
I don't know. I don't really care.
An arrow strikes you from the rocks, and another whistle occurs.
Oh, I die now.
Let's see.
Dude, that's so tough too because I can't reflexive riposte that because I can't see him.
Can't even see it. Yeah, it's up to too high of a cliff face there. So the let's see here. Squelch, please give me a dexterity saving. Okay.
Oh, pretty good.
That is very good.
He's Welch.
The woman in white raises a hand, and in her left hand, which she raises towards you, Squelch, there lies a very bright yellow gem. Out of it bursts forth fiery magic, or perhaps radiant magic that attempts to encompass your form in searing flame, but it seems you resist its effects for now.
Glad I'm a slime.
Oh, yeah. She then takes a defensive posture further away and attempts to square herself up there. The goblin fires a shot towards this strange man that keeps speaking a lot. And that is going to be 3 damage to Vraxis.
Bloodied.
Yeah, I think we lost points.
The man with the spears strikes towards Squelch. Do we consider this flanking? I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I guess so, right? If you were... he is adjacent to an orc, so...
I wouldn't.
I don't actually
He's on
know.
top
Yeah,
of the orc,
yeah.
right?
I guess what's your ruling for occupying the same space as the enemy?
Well, in order to flank me, wouldn't he have to be on top of me?
He can only flank me. He can only
Whoever's on top is the flanker. He should be.
Well, yeah, but what about the humanoid?
Yeah,
That's next
the
to
guy attacking the orc attacking you, or attacking you
So-
while you're on the orc.
Yeah.
So Squelch is like sitting on top of the orc, right?
Right, and the orc is flailing, trying to get him off. And so, if the humanoid is next to him with a spear and he goes for it, would we consider that flanking, or would we just be like, oh, that's a normal attack? Because it might be
a normal
neutralized
attack.
because of the fact that his buddy is flailing around and he's trying to.
Yeah, I'd argue he's trying not to
Exactly
hit the
my
orc.
logic.
Yeah. So there's like
Yeah.
a mix of like, well, in theory this is supposed to be easier, but then there's this other thing that makes it difficult. So the spear attack is going to go wide, and that means it will only deal. Oh wow.
Only deal 3 damage.
Only deal 3 damage to Squelch, as it grazes some of the more
And now,
viscous parts of the liquid, and then Squelch is going to need to give us an athletics check to see if he can stay grappled onto this orc. Because he's about to be thrown off if he can't. Oh shit!
well.
with advantage because he's surprised.
Well, it would definitely be with advantage because he just appeared on the man. So now you know it's a DC 15.
Wait, are you an expert?
Are you an expert? That's
What?
big.
Are you an expert in athletics?
He's got proficiency in athletics, so he treats the flat roll of 5
Oh,
as a
okay,
10,
yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Or was it a 5 and then plus? The lowest you can roll is a 5. Is that it?
I don't remember how it works.
Quick 3 Crow. Remind me how my own rule works.
Yeah, so if you're proficient, it's anything lower than a 5 is a 5,
Okay.
unless you roll a natural 1.
Yeah, so
All right,
he
so
doesn't pass.
so Squelch is going to be pushed off the orc and land on the square before. Since he's not actually moving through that square, I'm not going to make him roll for dexterity. But that's going to be the orc's turn. And then, stubbornly, the Skyiln is going to step through. Oh, well, very easily, apparently. Artfully steps through towards you, Theron. It's a good thing you thought quickly because he almost crushes you with his
Holy shit.
heavy club. Instead,
This,
he only breaks
this
a
party
bone
isn't
or
going
two.
to last very long.
Well, unfortunately for him, I'm going to shield.
Fuck yeah.
Nah, no damage. Get fucked, buddy.
As that club comes swinging down, it meets a wall of invisible force, and I just give him a knowing look.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wait,
ju-
did the orc?
Hmm?
Oh no, we counted the DC, the dexterity saving throw as the one for his Misty Switch.
No, I actually didn't even roll that. So
Yeah, because the orc flailing would have.
does
Fuck.
that pass?
No,
What is your DC again?
it's 13.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he fails, and so you
Yeah, fuck.
do you get to choose? I don't even
No,
remember.
I don't.
You chose him. That was your choice. And so the orc throws Squelch off, and then suddenly Selkor appears. Man, that could have gone completely differently if the orc had acted first in the internal turn order. Because imagine the fucking he
I
just
know.
switches and then takes hit
I
with
know.
the
That's why I'm
arrow.
glad you didn't make him go first.
Well, yeah, but if I had, he would have gotten hit by the arrow, and you would have
Yeah,
been
and
at
then
full
I
health.
would have died to the other.
Yeah, and then you would have gotten killed by the spear and the goblin. Yeah, it would have been great. All right, I think that's everybody accounted for. So here we go. Go, Rexus Ranger.
Okay. Praxis has 1 momentum from his successful strike on the White Lady. And you'll rush up behind the orc with his long sword. And he has a +3 because this is a fresh weapon. And he already made a successful strike, which gives him a rage bonus.
The Weapon
is,
Master is
holding
the
in-
perfect class for Gambler. He knows all the rules.
Hell yeah.
Don't ask him
He's
anything. about any
two-handed.
class.
So he's going to get that damage.
Okay.
I think
26.
that hits.
Hell yeah.
If
That's
he has
definitely-
more armor than that, we pick the wrong fucking fight.
Yeah, you might have anyway, but that's
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we have.
That's
And you rolled a
5 because I can't roll above a 1 with my weapon. And he's going to
actually,
use
it's a
his vampiric bite as a bonus action.
Mhm.
Now he can't empower himself with it, but he can still use it as a weapon, and it's going to have a +4 now.
yeah. But
But
you
it has
can.
a weird-
Don't you get healing? You get heal from it.
That only refreshes during a long rest.
Oh, equal to your
I
prof
used both.
bonus and regain all expenses when you finish a long. But you already used all of
Yeah.
them in the previous
Yeah.
two sessions. Okay.
But it says you can empower yourself this way twice, so I took it to mean that you can actually use the natural weapon.
Yeah,
many
you
times.
just can't
You
heal
can't
yourself.
Yeah, yeah. You can empower yourself in one of the following ways, and so regaining HP is that way. So yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, that definitely passes as a hit. Nice. So
4 +2s, by the way.
you
So-
probably are not going to like the taste of orc blood, but maybe you will. I don't know, Raxus's palate.
No,
Okay,
he this is they're self-admitted weaklings with no champions among them. So he's disgusted to have imbibed this flesh. In fact, he kind of spits it out on the orc after he withdraws from his bite. The hatred in his heart that for this creature in front of him is contagious. Theron, you will have a +2 to your next attack because I made 2 successful attacks while bloodied, and the orc will also have a +2 to his next 2 attacks.
See you later, Rex.
All right, make sure you guys kill the orc before he goes next.
Now, I also get, with 3 momentum, you can deploy any weapon within your reach. So I'm going to change my longsword to a one-handed and draw my scimitar in the other hand. And then I also have the... I can use an item as a free action as well. So we're going to... Using an item. I have ball bearings and a torch.
Well, you could try to burn him, I bet.
This is like fur
Yeah.
on him, right? His model? Is that canon? Is that canonically fur on him?
He's got like hide armor and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, Vraxis will try to burn him with his torch. The free action.
All right, it's gonna.
Ignite this man.
I think that would be an improvised weapon at this point. Or I think torches have an attack option. You might be able to click on it and try to attack them.
I see like a little swords icon, but it's not letting me use it. You want me to just roll a d20 with all the bonuses?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay,
It says
so
you have
that'd
no
be-
charges. Also, 4997 is really funny.
Am I
Wait.
proficient in this weapon?
Do you have
No.
a torch?
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it
no
says he has
+2
no
for the
charges
proficiency.
of torch, which is really funny. I think he probably just forgot to re-add it or something.
It says 1 of 1 charge on my screen. Quantity 1, weight 1. Anyway,
I just press Misty Switch, bro.
so 4 plus 2 more attacks. It'll be plus 6. It's a fresh weapon.
Okay.
Not
Now-
my
now-
fucking torch.
1d4. Oh wait, 2d4.
2d4 torch damage.
Dude, you're gonna burn this dude alive. Holy shit! You actually burned that orc alive. That's fucking wild. That was exactly enough to kill him. You needed a crit to make it
Okay.
happen.
So as Vraxis stabs the orc like in the leg, brings him to one knee, he lunges for a bite into the orc's shoulder. He tears out a sizable chunk. The orc roars in pain, but Vraxis, disgusted, spits out the meat, and in an act of cruel vengeance, draws a torch and ignites it in a smooth motion, shoving the oiled flame down the monster's throat.
Absolute disaster strikes as the orc screams, only to have it be artificially extinguished. Certainly quite the chilling effect, and you hear the goblin go "Nah!" in the background.
Death and fear are your future.
All right, Theron, you're up.
All right. I begin an incantation, waving my hands and my eyes beginning to glow as I utter arcane words, and then I release them, a wave of arcane energy falling over the Skyene. So he has advantage on the saving throw because we're fighting him, but he has to make a wisdom saving throw against DC 13.
Well, he does not make it.
Wow.
And as the charming magic falls over him, and I see the recognition in his eye, Theron will say, "You won't be of use to me facing me in combat. Help me face our friends." And I'll gesture towards the man in blue.
There will be like a remarkable change in demeanor. Squelch, it's your turn.
Well,
Get that man.
I think I'm gonna rage. Squelch is very mad.
Yeah,
He's been rudely awakened.
yeah.
and then throw him to the ground.
Yeah, fuck
I
them
think I'm gonna rage squelch said calm.
up.
And then Squelch wants to double punch this man in front of him.
Double punch sounds good.
And then
It doesn't say squelch.
I forget if I forget my bonuses because I haven't played this character in too long.
has been
You have a
3 weeks.
rage bonus of 2, don't you? Or is it 1 on this round?
It's 1.
Okay, rage bonus of 1, and then you get to...
That's a damage bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to go read the... Which one is it? There's one that like gives me bonuses to punching.
So your rage damage bonus is 1, and then you took the unarmed fighting, so your unarmed strikes deal 1d4 plus your strength modifier, and if you aren't wielding any weapons or a shield when you make the attack, you can make an additional unarmed attack as a bonus action.
So
okay.
1d4 plus strength mod plus rage.
Yeah, plus 1 for the rage bonus. It's his barbarian level, basically.
So that
Okay,
should
so
be
that's-
15.
Well, no. The rage bonus I think is only to damage.
Yeah, only to damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So the 14.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's see that damage.
And then +1 here.
Now also keep in mind, while you are raging, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can make an additional attack as a bonus action, so you don't have to have the unarmed feature while you're raging.
Okay.
Hit him again. The first pummel is good
Okay.
for 4 bludgeon. Oh, yeah.
And then 5.
All right, you knock this man within an inch of his life with 2 well-placed wallops of a liquidy, squelchy sort. He sputters and turns to his companion, who now is staring at him weirdly.
I'll kill you all.
Oh, shit. That scared me.
That's the end of his turn.
That was really good. All right, Selfcore. Will you kill them all?
Is anyone? So who's wearing metal armor here?
The goblin has a couple metal bits. The humanoid that just got walloped twice has got a couple metal bits. Not the lady though.
Oh, those are robes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. First off,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna
Oh,
shock
shit.
you this asshole. I have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal.
Definitely made of metal.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't need it.
Yeah.
All right, and then that's 1d8 for a maximum of 8.
Max damage.
Oh shit. Well, he's gonna expire looking at the lizard man that he never quite truly got a chance to see the full magical turning. And that is a wrap on that dude. You just helped Squelch kill them all, you know?
Is this wall broken or is this?
Yeah,
what's
the
going on
wall's got like, I guess I can show a little bit of it differently. You can see out a little bit more.
I see. With perhaps like a less flair of his Misty Switch magic, Misty Switch brain power, he's gonna look at the goblin and he's going to say, "Come on, charge at me, little one." And he'll end his turn.
Okay. Another arrow flies out, this time targeting
Oh,
Vraxis.
Oh, he's done.
For max damage, of course. This
So,
is a
this
pretty
is
good
our new
idea
rule.
for the yeah. This is a pretty good time for the new rules to be discussed. The Death's Door rule.
so that's 5 overkill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to pass a 10 Constitution saving throw, and then I stay up at 1 health if I do.
Yeah. Well, you definitely did.
I crit that.
Nat 20, he's just alive, yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what. I don't even think I built that into the rule set, but I think you basically get back to 1 HP and you don't take any penalty for the crit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Normally a nat 20 on a death save would be 1 HP, so I think it fits for that too.
Yeah, so basically if I get shot again, I don't have to do plus 10. I don't have to do 10 plus whatever. It's just
Yeah.
the regular 5.
Yeah. Basically, you act like you just got damaged for 4 instead of for 10. It's because you crit. So you act like you didn't just almost go down. It's like you straight up deny death as it aims right for your head.
Hell yeah.
All right. Very cool.
Say no.
Yeah, just say no, dude.
He did. It's the bandit's turn doing.
So the goblin is indeed going to drop his short bow and whip out a blade and begin charging towards you.
Disadvantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, 2 psi. I'm still at 4, so I'm
Right.
okay spending 2. Well, yeah, he needed it too. Holy shit, so based.
Well, he's going to teleport as he's charging at you, and then
Whee!
he's out of here. He's out of here. Hold on, let me see if I can. I'll give him a
Hope
little
he-
bit of something. I'll see if he can.
Yeah, give him a chance. Yeah.
Acrobatics check or something. This is definitely not what he thought he was going to be doing this turn, though. Oh shit!
Oh, nat 20.
He fucking nat 20.
I can't believe he doesn't have disadvantage.
He. I don't know why he would. I don't know why he wouldn't. He's still fine.
Well, it doesn't fucking matter.
He's too
At least
good.
at least he has to spend his turn surviving instead of just
he's
mogging me.
he scrambles back up atop it and sort of shakes that off and looks very bewildered, and then once again gets very angry at you.
So mad he just goes to attack squelch.
He's so mad. He just is like, screw this guy. Well, time for you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I give you that?
Oh yeah, if you want to. It's the lady in white.
Yeah. That's what I'm targeting.
And
I don't know how much it'll matter, but
yeah,
in case it does.
So you switch places, and then she turns around and demands a dexterity saving throw from you again. All right, the magic once again fails to find its mark. She curses and just begins to flee.
Starts leaving.
Yeah, well, you got her closer to the bridge, so
Does nothing.
yeah, she does nothing. Leaves.
Does nothing. Leave. Oh,
Trudging over the corpse of his fallen comrade, the Skyilm decides to take matters into his own hands. And is only good for a
It's so
glancing
funny.
blow onto the goblin, but now he's very confused and angry and scared, and they're really not having a good time of it, that's for sure.
I can't believe he fucking nat 20 the acrobatics check.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Alright, Vraxis, you're barely alive. What do you do now?
Taking the arrow in the shoulder, just barely missing his heart. Vraxis drops to a knee for a moment, but with a cry of bestial rage, rises back up in one motion, as grabbing hold of the orc's axe using his free action. To deploy a weapon. As he does so, It's a great axe, right?
Which one? Oh yeah, he has a great axe.
Yeah, so he'll take that with his free action. And then he will spend, because he's at 5 momentum, he will spend his bonus action to gain 10 bonus walk speed. And he will also be able to avoid any opportunity attack that he comes across. He will pass by Theron, because he's a willing creature, right?
I'm sure Theron will allow you, right, Theron?
Yeah, I mean, there's space around me, right?
No, there's not. I don't want to go in the ball bearing.
Well,
They're ball bearings, bro. You put them.
Yeah, you also
you'd have to
there's no
spend
other
an
walking
extra.
area,
You'd have to spend extra movement to pass through my space.
I've spent it on the ball bearings too.
Yeah.
so- Well, where are you gonna go that isn't ball bearinged?
To the ladder. You know, can I jump over Theron?
Yeah, you could probably jump to the top of
Not
that
the
ladder
ladder.
too.
Okay. Then yeah, Varaxis will jump to the top of the ladder. Is that more than a 15?
He's just gonna do a superhero jump.
You can roll to see how cool you are about it.
Okay. How cool. I'm not very cool. I'm just 15.
Well, you're an expert at being baseline very cool. Very capable at least. But eventually people are like, "Oh, okay, I guess he just does that." And that's the baseline expectation.
Yeah, I jumped the shark.
No,
But Theron gets
you
up
jumped through
there
the
without
ladder.
spending extra movement. Oh yeah.
Is Theron the shark?
Theron is a jumping shark.
Why is Theron jumping?
He's getting
Yeah.
on pier.
He's literally not a jumping shark.
You're not Theron.
I can't go up
You're
here.
a different guy. He hasn't gotten it yet, guys. Don't worry.
What am I doing?
You said Theron like 5 times when you're talking about your own
Oh,
character.
I'm Varaxis. Yeah, I'm Varaxis. Yeah. Come on here. Come on.
Now he remembers.
Wait.
I thought I was the sleepy one.
Braxis has bipolar.
No, that
No,
wouldn't
no,
happen.
he
That's-
has dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Except
DID,
his
but
his
I
other
couldn't-
identities are all named
I
after his
was gonna
friends.
say DID, but I couldn't think of the actual acronym.
They're all
so I
hallucinations
just said
in Braxis's
bipolar
head.
because
Let's
Braxis
go.
is definitely bipolar.
Vraxis has something going on, that's for sure. But I don't think either any of us are medical specialists in the way that we
Yeah.
would need to.
He's got a strong case of the Shambler.
Now that's
so-
accurate.
Braxis,
So
you're
I-
asking up another
5
round.
movement, jump up here. Well, let's take the Bishop. 5, 10, so 15. Then we go up here.
Do we?
Yeah, Varaxis goes up here.
Okay, give me a second.
Does Theron go up there?
No. Theron's not. Theron's not home
Not
right
my
now.
turn.
It's not my turn.
Okay, so we're up. Where the fuck? Where is this archer?
He's gone, bro.
He fled. With the
He
same.
knows better.
Fucking coward. Pisses me off.
Yeah, nice
After
fucking
all
turn,
that-
buddy.
After all that movement, he's.
Theron wastes his turn. Theron, it's your turn.
All right. Enraged. Theron would like to use his height advantage to get some
Theron.
further swing on this thing.
He's still
like-
doing it.
Praxis.
Dude, it's
All
all right.
right.
It's late. What was Vraxis Theron doing?
Praxis is very upset. Praxis is very upset once he reaches the top of this cliff and he realizes that his prey has escaped. And he decides, and in a fit of rage, he throws his newly acquired great axe at the only target he can see, which is the goblin. And I imagine we have a bit more range because I'm much higher up now.
Not the sky Elon in front of him.
Yeah, but that guy's, he's friendly-ish right now. He's charmed magically by Theron.
He's an acquaintance.
He's an acquaintance.
So this is going to be a fresh... I don't have the great axe in my inventory.
That's okay. I'll
That's
throw
all
it in
right.
there for you so you can keep track of the stat if you ever find it again.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm going to retrieve it after. But this is gonna be plus it's a first person.
You're not. You're not helping. His,
No, it's that. Oh, wait. The rage bonus and the momentum go together. No, they don't. No, it's just okay. It's +7. Praxis was taken away.
What did you just do?
I just pressed +7.
You can't do that.
Theron, it's your turn.
What the fuck?
I like how the
That's a
gods were
30,
like, this is
okay.
taking too long.
That's a 30 on the goblin. It's 1d12.
I don't think that hits.
Yeah. All right,
That's
good.
14.
Well, the goblin gets
So-
fucking eviscerated. It just
All you
he turns
hear-
into red mist, you know?
Just obliterated off the face
All-
of the earth.
All you hear as Vraxis disappears up the mountainside in a blur of motion is, "My lord, damn it!" And then an axe, comically, flies over the cliff's edge, hurtling with deadly precision towards the goblin, slamming not just into their head, right? No, it's got so much weight and momentum by it that it cleaves this goblin perfectly in half before embedding right between where their legs were.
Yeah, you
And the
basically
creature
just,
simply falls into halves.
I think you basically just deleted the majority of that creature with that move, so.
I thoroughly enjoy how long Shambler's turns are compared to the rest of us.
The Sky Elm
mean,
looks
I kinda
around somewhat
take the action to take
confusedly.
care.
Who do I attack? Where did that axe come from?
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
It just was your turn.
Yeah. It's your turn.
Well, the fact that Theron face swapped into Vraxis in the first session doesn't help this at all. This really just adds to it.
Well, I'm going to call out to the Skyim and say, "Good. You've dispatched the traitors. Now, tell us, where are the rest of your group? We have reason to believe they have also betrayed you."
It's likely they fled into the mountain passes, winding roads that few understand, and fewer still would navigate willingly.
Would you lead us there?
If you wish. There are some that not all of us know.
You may know enough to be of use to us. But this one does not.
Oh shit!
That would have been epic if you rolled better.
If Three Crow can see her, Vraxis can see her. We all know what's happening.
2 points of damage in the back.
It's okay, I have a turn before she goes.
Well, that's okay. I also have a turn before she goes.
Damn right.
But
So-
wait, you can teleport her.
She
Okay.
said
Squelch
she.
is gonna
Mhm.
Squelch is gonna dash and then punch.
Oh fuck! Because he's got that bonus action.
Yep. So I actually can dash all the way over there.
You've never seen this pile of goop move that fast.
Nope, never before. And then
No
punch.
meat gets away.
You can get in front
That's
of her.
right. I guess I can. That's fine.
That's a pretty big punch. That hits.
There you go. 5 more damage.
Yeah, that's a GG for that person.
Squelch literally just like runs after them like a fucking human and kills them.
Yeah, you just
Like, slamming
absolutely
them in the head.
bodied them. Yeah, so
That is
You don't even
hilarious.
make a fist. You as the goop just fly at them like a dart.
you flatten them
Leap
onto the
across.
planks. Yeah.
And
So
just smash them.
Well, it's the end of Squelches.
that is, and it's also the end of the Visible Bandits, anyway. So beyond the Skyiln, of course, which is apparently charmed. How long does charm last for again? Like 10 minutes or something? An hour?
I think it's a couple hours. There you go.
Let's find out. I'm checking his spell list.
3 grow.
He's probably not at the computer right now, so he can't
Lasts
respond.
an hour.
There you go. Easy.
It lasts 1 hours.
1 hours.
1 hour.
Well, you've probably seen Theron charm people before, Cellcore, so maybe you'll be expectant of what to do. In a
Taking a
situation.
sneaky bio break.
Yeah. I have to grab some more water and take it myself.
What was the
I hope these
question?
people have healing potions on them.
We were just asking about how long charm person lasts, but we found out that it lasts an hour, or as my brother put it, 1 hour, because he was reading the funny description in Foundry.
Yeah. 1 hour or until we do anything harmful to the creature.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll last until Raxus comes down from the ladder.
Praxis isn't a murder hobo.
You just deleted a goblin because you were mad there wasn't another person up there.
Yeah. That person shot him and was maybe a worthy opponent.
Yeah, almost got him, and then got away. That's gonna really make Raxus angry.
That guy did what the bone monster couldn't.
Replaced him?
What? Reduce you to 1 health?
No, make me make a death saving throw. But yeah.
Oh yeah, you have 1 health. Are we bio break? What are we?
Oh, well, it's your turn, so I didn't know if you were doing something.
Oh,
Absolutely. not.
well, the Skyiln is going upstairs, up the ladder, or wherever.
Uh,
He's leading the way.
right. That's the idea.
What's going on with this golem?
Well, there's just an inert, enormous metal creation. And it's got an enormous blade on it. It seems to be fastened to it.
We're out of combat?
Yeah. I mean, you'll have to figure out how Fraxis is going to respond to one of the things being a turncoat, courtesy of the magic, but...
Do the
Praxis
horses have
ventures
any?
down with a huff.
Horses have any saddlebags on them?
They do, and they kind of match the look of what was being handled by the trader earlier, Mintal.
Turning to Theron, Praxis will motion to the Scalene and he will say,
It is your slave now.
I have made it more friendly to us, but if you harm it, it will change its demeanor.
So long as it does your bidding. I am not interested in more trash.
Praxis moves to loot the weapons off of the humanoid and the goblin and to retrieve that great axe that's so beautifully embedded in the stone.
Yeah, so bloodily.
Well, Selkor sifts through the horses' saddlebags, trying to take note of what's in each of them. He'll call up behind him. Vraxus, I think you'd like whatever's going on with that golem's blade. Look how big it is.
It is quite large, and Rexus may not be able to You actually use it.
Hey, I got +5.
I'm sure even if you're too weak to handle it, you could melt it down.
So what weapons do I get off of the goblin and the humanoid before Vraxis comes over to bully Selkor?
A scimitar
You
from
have
the
the-
goblin, and the humanoid had a spear.
Hell yeah. No daggers on either?
No. I'll throw the spear in your inventory. I don't think you had one, but you already have a scimitar. You can just increase the quantity of. We've been here before, courtesy of Nathan.
Yep. Praxis will venture
Jason was the
over and
same way.
behold the golem. Impressed by its size, he must say,
This must be the champion automata that the
I don't know what he would call the guy.
Merchant man?
Yeah,
that the trader spoke of.
he walks over to behold the great blade. Size of him, right?
Yeah, it's like at least from hilt to blade, it's probably a little bit taller, actually.
Praxis will nonetheless like to test the weight of it.
It seems to be thoroughly, properly, firmly locked and encased in the grip of the golem, despite its inert state.
He will pry each finger open individually.
Okay, make a strength check of some kind. Athletics, I suppose.
Selkor is going to very calmly walk over here to observe this horse's saddlebags, far away from that column.
Vraxis, you were unsuccessful in prying open one finger.
Holy shit.
Told you.
Impressive indeed.
Praxis will jump atop the golem to observe, to look within it.
I like the idea, the mental
Fascinating.
image of Vraxis like leaping on top of, climbing all over it, like a
cockroach.
one of those Warhammer 40k orc goblin looking things, the tiny guys, squibs, not squibs, whatever they're. I don't remember.
The Gretchen.
Yeah, that guy.
There's also mech boys, but you're talking about the guys who climb and shit. So that's the
Yeah, I'm
Gretchen.
talking about the one in the Dawn of War 3 trailer. He got like kicked by another orc or whatever.
Yeah.
Those guys.
So yeah, he's scrambling in, and he's looking inside the mighty golem to get an idea of what sort of challenge this creature would pose.
Well, the metal within looks quite solid, but clearly complicated. Lots of smaller pieces that seem to interlock in ways that clearly imply intelligent design to the creation of it. And perhaps a multifaceted set of purposes. But the material, of course, is quite dense.
How would this compare to automaton Vraxis would have come across in his past? In terms of craftsmanship, but also just general impressiveness.
I think Vraxis would look at this as clearly being more modern, mostly due to the materials that are used. I suppose you'd also expect that when it's activated, it may even be more impressive in some way, like at least in terms of appearance. But there's a quiet power to it that is pretty palpable.
So it's actually better than what he would have encountered before.
I would say on average, yeah. I don't think automata were going to be particularly common in the Sylvan times. Like, you would have known that they are created, but this one looks more put together, more refined as a design.
Well, in that case, Vraxis will say,
What wonders they come with. This far outdoes the work of the mechanists. I should know. I had to tear quite a few apart.
I was waiting for the I killed.
Is there anything other than immense amounts of money in these bags?
Oh yeah. So the saddlebags have, indeed have some coin within them, though you speculate much of it has already been moved. The coins that you find are not of much value, totaling up to maybe 2 gold. However, there are some elixirs within the saddlebags that you of the horse below, some of which seem tantalizingly, scintillatingly red.
I will take all the elixirs I recognize. And I guess the 2 gold.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, health pots.
Squelch, add 2 gold to your inventory.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Squelch doesn't understand the value of these coins, but he'll take them.
Well,
I
I'm
think
putting them
Squelch
in
is
your
eating.
bag, so-
He's
Oh.
eating the coins.
Is he
But
also
yes, he's
eating
also
the
eating.
woman?
Yes, he is eating the woman. Or what do you expect him to do?
So after I take the 5 potions, or what is left inside the bag of elixirs?
Oh, those are all of them.
Okay, that's all of
Yeah.
them. Cool. And there's nothing else other than the 2 gold.
Yeah,
Or
the
the
2
2
gold,
gold worth
worth
of coins.
Yeah, for note taking sake, we're just gonna note that down as 2 coins.
All right. Well, I'll since Squelch isn't with me just yet, I'll put 2 gold in my inventory and wait for Squelch to return to my bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Squelch is busy eating.
Praxis will venture over to where Squelch is before he returns.
Theron,
I hope you're only eating the flesh.
Squelch, you haven't.
I will eat whatever I desire.
Fuck yeah.
You will give me whatever weapon she possesses. Ooze.
Don't worry, Squelch.
Do not
there
forget
were no weapons.
that we shared a tomb.
Fine. And then Squelch shoots out some shard of metal at him. Weapon.
Praxis will like to catch that shard of metal in his hand.
Yeah, it looks like a nondescript piece of shoulder pauldron or something, but not even from that person, from somebody else Squelch ate a while ago.
Disgusted, Praxis will throw it to the side.
There are more corpses to consume over there.
You will point to where the goblin was vivisected.
Do not tell me which corpses to eat. I will decide for myself.
Since when did you become a picky eater?
Squelch will form a head out of his backside while he is eating. Since I realized they affect me. Now, stop. They're bothering me while I eat.
Praxis will look rather disgusted.
Clearly you didn't inherit my sense of taste.
And move on.
While that conversation is happening, Selkor would like to mount a horse and trot it over to Theron and say to his brother, "There's another one for you, should you want it. Where is this Skyum trying to take us?"
Wait, no, not yet.
My bad.
How am I supposed to horse? All right. Okay.
Oh, does one horse?
Can I now?
Yeah.
Oh, it immediately turned.
He says she has no metal, but she's clearly holding a freaking maul.
Oh, my horse is spinning. Does Theron respond? Is he sneaky bio breaking?
Sorry, say that again.
Selkor returns to you on a horse, saying, "There's another one for you, should you want it. Where is this Skyrim trying to lead us, though?"
Well, I don't see any reason not to use the horses now that we have relieved them of their owners. The Skyen can walk.
Well, brother, look, it looks as if he is trying to lead us up the ladders. And last I checked, horses can't go up ladders.
I am going to confirm that this passage is closed. Most of them are to the south.
As he clambers up the ladder, he takes a moment away from the party.
Selkor is going to be particularly watchful for arrows peeking for the mountaintop.
Hell yeah. Watchful arrows.
This lot was a paltry challenge. If it wasn't for their advantage on the hill, we would have carved through them like a knife through butter.
I didn't see any chickens.
What?
You said it was a poultry challenge.
Ah, poultry. I was going to take a moment to figure that one out as well, and by a moment I mean an eternity. So thanks for just telling me.
You're welcome.
That was occupying a little too much of my brain power. Trying to figure that out.
I could almost hear Chandler's brain trying to figure it out.
Well, I'm going to take
I almost
a quick
became
moment to-
Selkor for a little bit because of that one.
Oh shit. I'm going to take a little bit of a moment just to refill my waters, but after that, turn. So plot your next course appropriately.
We've retrieved an automaton. What else is there for us to do other than to hunt the straggler?
If we want to have the upper hand on them, then we must eliminate the witnesses.
Why?
Well, as much as I would love to fight a war band of bandits, I think it would be a bit easier for us if they were not expecting us.
They have a lead on us already. There is little point in wasting time. Better to just rush forward. Or abandon this waste. I am not yet convinced that this was worth my attention.
Are you not interested in the great blade of that golem? A gesture towards the golem.
It is a mighty design. One that intrigues me. But knowledge of it is not with the bandits, what remains of them. It is with the trader. We should reunite him with his property, so that I may take the information of this new age of design from him. Such titans would prove worthy sport. Once I correct my affliction.
Praxis looks to himself, to the oddly pale parts of his body that he remembers as not being such before his long sleep.
That is unless you can prove that this lot has something greater in store.
Well, I've already located multiple potions that would help us should our vitality drop. Perhaps there are similar things awaiting for us.
It would be a benefit to us to claim all of the coin that they have and anything else that we may be able to sell once we reach civilization.
You mean to tell me that we're only here for baubles?
If you want to go places in this world, you unfortunately need a bit of coin, and even with you helping us, none of us are up to strength to take on a local guard or a city watch, much less an army.
For now.
Praxis says with a certain malice.
Don't get me wrong. I too dream of the day that there will be a corpse, a mound of corpses behind us. But that will not be today or tomorrow.
I shall build the monument of Chironon once again from the heads of severed champions. Not rabble such as this. But if I need to stain my blade with a few more of the unworthy to get there, then so be it.
Stepping over to Selkor's horse, are the potions like on you, or are they on the side of the animal?
He's keeping them on him for now.
Praxis will extend a hand, sort of expectingly, and say,
I require vitality.
And what makes you deserving?
Praxis places a clawed hand around the throat of your animal that you're sitting upon.
What makes you deserve a companion? Think carefully about your answer.
He will hand you one potion. It is a minor
Praxis.
healing potion for your knowledge.
Cool. Praxis takes the potion, stows it, and lets go of the animal.
I do not require a beast of burden, but perhaps your brother would desire one.
And he will point towards the other horse.
Well, before we go, if there's nothing here for us to take, I shall fetch the trader so that he may collect his golem and provide us with payment.
It doesn't make sense for Praxis to bring this up, but I think he did say that the payment would be his goods here. He just wants the golem.
And if you are able, conceal what you can so that it looks like they have already made off with his shipment.
How would I do that?
You just tell Pro when he gets back that you're taking an action, then hide within your bag and stuff the goods so that they're not like clearly visible. Now horses you might want to argue taking. Or maybe you can make the horses, you can stow them somewhere and hide them somewhere out of sight.
Or I could just send them down the river.
Is Squelch still just eating?
Yeah.
That wasn't Squelch answering.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
he's
obvious
supposed
what he's
to-
doing.
Gone to a third court.
What does he leave behind, if anything? Just nothing?
Anything only he probably leaves the metal behind, I would imagine. I don't think he actually consumes the metal. He probably only consumes the organic parts. He's not a rust monster.
Yeah, not yet. That will be a level up thing.
It's pro
There you
back.
go.
Looks like not. So I think what I'll do is when he's back, I'll say that I want to keep all the stuff on my person in my sack, and then I will cut the saddlebags off of the horse and send them down the river.
You can type it out so we don't forget.
I guess it's for...
Does Squelch also want to, while he's eating, sift through the bodies? Because Rax is just checked for weapons. He didn't check for anything else.
Sure. I guess he'll check for other stuff like potions and such. Maybe one of them will have had a potion.
Yes. Drugs are nice. Not in real life, but in D&D.
All right, I have returned. What did I miss?
There was some roleplay. I got one of the potions off of Selcor.
Good.
Yeah, so we're keeping the horses. Theron is going to tell the merchant that his stuff is here, or that his golem is here. I'm keeping all of the stuff that I got out of the bags, out of the saddlebags, in Squelch's bag, the Devil's Will. and then Selkor is cutting the saddlebags off of the horse and off of the horses and sending the saddlebags down the river to destroy any evidence that the treasure was not taken by the bandits already.
Destroy any evidence of the. Oh, so like if more bandits show up affiliated with this gang.
So when the merchant comes, he thinks that the bandits have the stuff, and that
oh.
I did not actually take it.
That makes sense. That's good.
And then I will take a bio break.
All right.
Did you search both horses before you bio-bring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Praxis
it all.
will spend more time autistically studying the golem, and specifically now its blade, the craftsmanship of it, any like what I don't know the term, but it's like a mark for like a craftsman on a piece of wood.
Signature.
Yeah, anything like that.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. And Theron, you were planning on a conversation here with Mintal, the trader.
Yeah.
So, Mintal is going to be. Mintal's actually not going to be anywhere when you first spot him, when you first arrive. But seeing you come across the ramp, he hurriedly scurries down the ladder and runs up to, to a reasonable distance from you, but sort of is moving fast. And he seems eager and delighted to see you again. And he says, tell me, have you found a safe passage through this pass? Or any of my treasure?
We have slain those who would have taken from you. Your golem is free for you to recover, though it seems they have already made off with some of your shipment.
Yes, I thought as much. It's not like them to leave many of those supplies in one place for too long. The man is a curious creature, Theron. He almost has features that would remind you of an elf's, but he's shorter in stature and his skin is a sort of sickly pale, almost mottled in places, but not enough of his skin is actually presented based on his garb to give you a good look. Certainly makes him seem unique compared to others that you've seen here. He looks around the landscape and says, well, you may have slain some of them. I am not yet convinced that all of them are gone, unless you have something more definitive to provide. There are many alcoves that they could be hiding, particularly as we draw closer south towards the pass. That is where the night patrols would be more concentrated, so I would expect ambush spots.
Well, if there are as many of them as you say, then surely the deaths of their allies will only agitate them. But if you require proof, the corpses of them will be strewn around your golem. I must say, my friends will be expecting some sort of payment for this favor, but I may be able to sway them otherwise if you could impart me with arcane knowledge.
Arcane knowledge. Well, I am a merchant without much in the way of livelihood, at least as far as my current shipment is concerned. But, and he dusts off some of his tunic and his fabrics, I do well enough for myself that I would be able to provide payment. However, your... he just sort of gestures, almost at a loss for words, predilection for matters of the arcane may be something I can provide once we reach safer ground.
Is your camp not safe enough? Or do you require more from us before you are willing to yield?
Oh, I have not properly found a place to set up. I think I may do so if you have thoroughly liberated the area around my golem. It will let me investigate further what trickery or malfunction may have occurred in that great titan. And if I can once again have it at my back, I will be able to pay you and see you off onto whatever urgent matters you must need to tend to.
Well, seeing as we are now acquaintances, and we have done some work together, I will have you know that I am an enchanter. If you have anything that would aid me in my ability to coerce others, or to defend myself in times of need, I shall consider that adequate recompense. But for now, if you wish to follow me, I will lead you to your golem and the proof of the Raiders' slaying.
At that, Mental gives you a curt nod and snaps his finger so that his animated armor follows alongside. So while they're trudging backwards, I'm actually curiously wondering if the corpses have all been eaten already so that there is no proof. That would be really funny.
I am working on the last one.
Oh, good.
Well, there would be bits and pieces left.
Yeah,
with,
there'd be
like,
viscera.
Tired. Yeah.
It looks like he hasn't gotten
Or
to
like
the orc
stained
yet.
armor.
Well, only I can hide the token, so I don't know which ones he's already eaten. I'm assuming he ate
No,
them.
he's gone through all three.
Yeah, and I'm on the goblin right now.
The
What's
whole
left of
time
it?
that we were talking, he was eating. So
Yeah, which makes sense. Mental is sort
Yummy.
of turning up a nose past the viscera that once was an orc. Ghastly work.
We have one that is eager to consume the remains. There may not be much of them left, but I can assure you they are dead.
Yeah, Mental will actually see the leftovers of the goblin being consumed by Squelch actively as you say that. Good.
Praxis has his head in the neck joint of the giant golem.
Well, let me go.
What are
I
you
thought
trying
you, I thought you told me that I could do this somehow, and I can't remember.
If you are selecting your own token and you have the link icon in the second column, it looks like a hyperlink or two chain link.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so in the top left there's UI. But while your token is selected, there's two columns. In general, there's two columns. The first is a person, like the first option is like a person icon. So while that's selected, your second option is probably the squares that almost look like a rectangular reticle. But in that second column, there might be UI that looks like an icon that looks like two chain links.
No, I don't have that.
Okay. Well, that's kind of owned.
Sorry, bro.
See if I can find. No, apparently token attacher only has like. Yeah, it's owned. But are you trying to dismount then?
Yeah.
Okay, should be good. I thought you could do that in one of the other campaigns, but there's no option for like giving you permissions about it, so I'm not really sure.
I thought I was able to do that with Fish, but I don't remember how.
Deleting your token and respawning it, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Either way, while Vraxis is studying the golem very deeply, Mintal is approaching cautiously, giving Squelch a wide berth, and he notices Selkor and gives him a polite nod. Good to see all of you in relatively good condition. Even one I hadn't seen before, and he's giving a side eye to Squelch.
Yes, he prefers his resting spot when there's no food around, and he'll pat the bag on his hip.
Certainly comes with interesting perks, this life you all lead.
Yes, I appreciate my dangerous companion.
I will say, my friend, I have taken note of the fact that you have not questioned us much despite our odd assortment. If it would be a benefit of you to hire us, we are in need of those who would not be opposed to those of odd natures.
You can't argue with results, and I am a bit odd myself compared to the usual lot that wanders these trade routes. Well, the usual lot that acts as a trader, anyway. It looks like he's almost searching for a corpse remnant to spit at as he says that, but he kind of gives up. He can't find any that hasn't already been eaten. But as far as hiring you on a more permanent basis, I think that is a question best left to a time of respite away from the wonders of Caramond. He gestures around him. Some fire in a tavern and ale in a mug would do me wonders.
Seeing this man again in a bit more of a personal space, is there anything esoteric that I would recognize about him?
Not quite esoteric, but certainly the way that his inflection is. I don't know, he kind of gives you the vibe of someone who should be able to comprehend, say, an Elvish language, an Elvish tongue. There's something about him that looks to resemble your own trademark racial features, but there's also something very much not Elvish about him. Perhaps he's some kind of odd half-breed. Or someone afflicted with a kind of disease? It's
Can I
hard to say.
can I do an Arcana check on the suit of armor to figure out if it's like a magical spell in nature?
Sure,
I don't know why I'm targeting the armor.
just in case.
Well, it's technically a 15. My passive is 16.
The armor is animated through a mixture of embedded magic within the materials themselves, almost imbued in it by the process of smithing it into a functional form, and active magics that must be guided and replenished over time, should they end up faltering. And you surmise that the same is likely supposed to be true of the golem that now is inert.
Praxis takes his head out of the golem's neck.
What are
And
you
he
doing
slides
up there?
down.
Calls out Mental.
Well, since he's summoned, Praxis will flip towards them.
With a message to Theron, Selkor is going to say, "Your
How far does it
Skaden's
get?
been up there quite a long time." "
Is that enough to get all the way over there? In one
Yes,
motion?
I do think so.
What are you doing over there? He says, and then Vraxis just looks over there and then crouches down and leaps off of the golem. He does a little pirouette through the air before landing before Mintal and says,
We are summoned.
Holy shit, he's 7-step posting. Well, I should also just quickly note that I did. I forgot to even mention this at the beginning of the session, but I'm going to be hanging around for a little bit after we're done with this session to talk with Free Crow, and so if anybody else wants to have a talk, since we're all donors here anyway, feel free to hang out and talk some shop. But I do have some stuff I got to talk with Free Crow about that's donor related. And on that note, we should wrap up in about 15 minutes because that's going to give me like a half an hour to have the chat. So
yeah, it's late.
it's going to be 1 a.m. by the end of that whole block, and so I'm just saying that out loud. We're entering into that. It sounds like some camp is going to be made, and it's maybe going to be a nice stopping point anyway, but just throwing it out there as an actual time measure. Mintal
Yeah,
will...
short rest would probably make sense.
Yeah, although you don't have any hit dice left in them.
Oh, shit.
Mintal will be looking up towards Vraxis and maybe taken aback a little bit by the display of bloodied acrobatics. I hope you didn't get any of that blood of yours into the inner working mechanisms. He seems oddly protective of the golem, but still trying to be respectful.
Is it so shoddily made that a little gore would gum up the works? I was under the impression that it was of a more refined design than those of my time.
I am sure it would be fine. It's more of a matter of taste and respect. Yet, truly, I would not be back here were it not for you and your compatriots' work, so take it as a gentle and friendly request, if you would.
Vraxis looks far off in the distance for a second, as if he was distracted, before coming back to reality and saying,
Yes, yes. They were unworthy Cretans. Their blood is hardly worth the stain.
Mintal takes a moment and then raises his hands up slightly above his head and claps them together and says, "So I shall begin my examination now that we are rid of distraction and Cretan," giving a nod towards Vraxis. "I see you have also preserved the lives of the horses that were carrying my cargo. Yet, unfortunate, does not seem like any of the saddlebags survived. Perhaps we will recover them later." He begins to move towards the golem.
"Oh, did I ever find that smith marking? I forgot."
Oh, the signature on the blade. Nothing was... The thing that you think could be related to it is partially obscured by the Great Golem Hand, and so you weren't able to make out much of anything. It's gilded in gold upon the blades, otherwise very silvery steel exterior, and the hilts steel exterior. So at the very least, you know that it's something that is meant to imply, if not wealth, then power of a different sort.
Where are these soul engines forged, trader?
You'll frequently find workers for them in inner to our east, and in various dwarven forges to the south. He's almost absent-mindedly rattling this information off towards you as he's examining the lower parts of the so-called soul engine. There was a rumor going around that Smiths had spread as far north as Alria, but I've not been there to confirm.
Is Barad such a place? Or is it more backwater?
Huh. Well, I wouldn't myself refer to Barad as backwater, for their business is good, so long as I have something to sell them. But it's not as expansive and impressive as the capital, and it's not even something that quite holds a candle to the Lorun Keep. But you'll find worse places if you continue your journey south. Then, he almost mutters offhandedly or under his breath, you'll find it's too grand.
And,
They don't much like talk of the Central Trident. It's awash with war and I suppose nobody truly knows why.
war creates the most noble of callings. Champions are forged in it, and they are offered as glorious offerings to the Lord of Blood. You should rejoice in the knowledge that you exist so close to such beauty.
Mintal looks around, first towards Selkor and then towards Theron, silently hoping that one of you will start talking instead.
Theron will take a step besides Vraxis and say, out of curiosity, friend, are your golems soul-bound, or are they merely, what is the word? Engineered?
Magically enchanted with the essence of high crafters and wizards, artificers of great worth. It seems like Mintal is maybe mixing up some of his words based on your arcane knowledge thereon. But either way, he seems to be confirming that it is an enchantment as opposed to a spirited work, so far as he knows.
Do you speak a command word to take control of them, or are they bound to your essence?
Ah, the command structure. Well, it varies depending on which you are commanding. But I alone hold the language. It is indeed a command word of sorts, but one that you exchange only with the receiver. He says that with some effort as he starts to leap up atop the arm of the frozen golem and slowly climbs his way, less gracefully than Vraxis did.
I ask not to be nosy, friend, but because you yourself seem an accomplished one, and I must admit, I am curious where your ambitions lie. Do you truly wish just to be a successful trader? Or are you too one who seeks to accumulate wealth and power?
Right now, I seek to reacquire the primary source of my shipment's worth, as he's effortfully attempting to access some aspect of the back of the helm of the golem. He speaks with some effort. As for my desires for the future, you could expect to see more of Mintal.
If you could take a seat of power, where would you?
There needs to be a more serious task force elicited towards these southern wastes, but one must control their own garden before righting issues with their neighbors. A seat of power is only required insofar as it provides me with the means to riposte these savage attacks from the south, and apparently from low-life thugs.
By chance, are you yourself one of the artificing nature, or are you merely a reseller?
As you say this, Mintal slams something forward inside the mechanism, and you hear this very loud whirring of the gears within. It's like the loudest set of turning of the a monastery or a cathedral bell in a busy city rising up, but without any of the musical nature that normally accompanies it. And Mintal leaps below, once off of the arm, and then bounces neatly onto his feet and turns his back to the party so that he may gesture up at the now rising from its slumber golem. "Behold," he says, as if that's meant to answer your question, "my work may continue." The golem stands a staggering, at least double Raxus's height, likely more. Perhaps closer even to triple his height.
Yeah, 21 feet.
Maybe a little bit less. Just, rounding around.
How the fuck was this destroyed by bandits?
That should be a very suspicious thing that even those unfamiliar with this thing should be asking, I think.
Praxis was kind of distracted when the boring stuff was being talked about, but he snaps into reality when the guy actually goes, when Mintal actually goes into the golem. Very keen to see if his previous theorizing on how various mechanisms within would operate and would animate the being were correct or not. And he says,
A most useful talent. Worthy of being kept with the Chainmaster upon my ascension.
He then goes to get a closer look, sort of ducking and weaving to catch every angle of this thing's movement, tracking in his mind's eye, where the various hidden bits and bobs that are beneath the plate armor are moving things.
While Vraxus expends time to examine the creature, Mintal turns to face Theron and says, I believe it would be a good idea if we took a moment to confirm that this area is in fact secure. We may need to rest, you all especially, but I myself have not had security. He eyes the giant behind him for some hours now.
Sounds good to me. I'm going to see what's going on up top.
Seeing
Oh
the
yeah,
larger,
there's still that lizard up there that we have to kill.
seeing the larger golem and the efficiency with which Mental made his repairs, Theron will once again ask, I like you, friend. I'd like to ask you once again, just what is it that you were trading, and why does it require such protection?
Well, Mintal gestures to the golem. Protection and wares. It's efficient. I only need that which I sell for the journey. I come from Innerlance and their various forges. I return with their creations to Barad-dûn and to other places. And then I harvest what I need to forge anew and return to the smiths that handle my work.
Theron will meet his gaze and he will say, it sounds as though your great works are limited by the resources available to you. I am quite curious what you could accomplish if the Forge Masters served you.
Yes, and if those in charge of harvesting the resources were to fork it over at more appropriate prices, or transport it themselves rather than relying on. But we all begin our enterprise in some.
We are acquaintances after all, so I cannot divulge too much, but I would let you on to the fact that we too are an ambitious group, and we are dissatisfied with the availability of resources and of manpower. If we were to strike some sort of bargain, perhaps discussed over time, it would interest me to know what you would expect and what you could offer of your professional talents.
Mental seems to strike a thoughtful pose. Meanwhile, Selkor, you rise up over the ladders and see a whole lot of nothing.
No way through.
Well, there's a passage that leads into an ominous cavern, but no sign of anyone immediately nearby or within the first 15 or so feet of the cavern before it disappears into darkness. Torchlight seems to have gone. So,
Without turning away from the cavern, he will yell. Or, I guess he'll have to quickly turn back to message Theron before saying, your Skyiln is gone. There's a passage up here.
Theron will make an expression of frustration before he answers the message with, that bastard. I guess the enchantment wasn't as strong as I had hoped. If we find him, we must kill him.
Yes, it probably had something to do with the fact that we killed all his friends.
Roll for poker face in front of the merchant you're trying to get to take over the world with you.
I don't know, he seems pretty convinced on his own.
well, we'll have to. I think we'll have to wait for his epic response to your epic offer or thought, at the very least, until the next session. Yeah. But,
Oh shit! Fucking cliffhanger.
dude, Mintal, fucking artificer question mark golem maker cliffhanger.
Yeah, Tour of Clifftily.
Yeah, dude, Clifftily. This does kind of have Italian vibe. I feel like Roman. Maybe that's just the lasagna talk.
Yeah, we're slowly forming a republic with this quote unquote awesome trader who may or may not be epic.
Well, I like the.
Theron saw a strange, power-hungry individuals like, he's literally me.
Epic.
Yeah, I mean the longer we get to know this guy, the more it's like, oh, he surely must be up to some shady shit because he's in the middle of fucking nowhere. He has artificer golems, and he is not put off by the strange red-skinned 7-foot-tall demon man who would probably kill him in one turn.
Yeah, he's just like, this will help. These people will help me, surely.
We did kind of kill like a cleric-looking woman.
Yeah, you know, if you ever wanted to say, are we the baddies? The answer is yes, this is the evil campaign.
I don't know.
He's really selling arms to the Acronon cult.
I don't know what's true or what's not, but I like the headcanon that this dude is like a secret badass loner who will help us out if we give him power.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that ends up being the case. You guys have a reasonable. I mean, I know people were sleepy, and I was one of them after lasagna. But did you guys have a good time with the session overall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was solid.
Had a couple interruptions, more so than I expected, but had to get my water, had to get my bio break in, and of course my.
I don't think it topped standing on ceremony, but that was a pretty peak session. So.
Yeah, that was pretty good. This one is more like a Golem Republic or something. I don't know what we'll call it.
Battle Golem. No, there's a recurring weapon. There's a recurring weapon. There's a recurring theme so far of identity-less soldiers being used in this modern era, or being awakened or whatever. We have the undead being summoned by the demons as mass fodder. You have Vraxis and Squelch being past iterations of the concept of a living weapon. And now we have the Golem Man and his Golem merchandising for Forever Wars in the desert.
And that last one, maybe I made it a little bit too like real life, but I'll work on it, I promise.
They needed to be cyber dogs, though, with machine guns on them to be really...
Right, yeah, so I'm, you know... The golems are all humanoids. So. What did Squelch
look at
think,
her
even
for-
though Squelch was sleepy?
I liked the session. I liked decking that woman and instantly killing her. That was cool.
Yeah, that was very good, especially since you dashed all the way over there and then ate her.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked the. Do not tell me what corpses to eat. That whole exchange is good.
I like the when I was like, yeah, he forms a head out of his
Yeah,
back.
yeah, it's good. What did
You
Selk?
canonically ate all of my levels. You use them to develop this personality.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's where all your levels went. And went into my tummy.
Nummy. What did Elf Brother, that's my brother, think? Nat 20 Goblin, dude? Oh, he might have been bio.
Dude, you fucking ruined my epic ownage, but no, I think it was a fun time, good session. I enjoyed playing these characters.
Yeah, we'll just have to keep making it regular instead of,
Yeah.
We'll same time next week.
Same time.
We're not doing the double?
Tomorrow? Eh?
I'm working at 3 p.m. and I think that's when Shambler's availability is.
Yeah, I can't go late like this.
Yeah.
I gotta get up at like 2 in the morning on Monday.
Yeah, so that's fair enough. We'll just have to find a different time. If you guys wanted to just post your availabilities or whatever, that's fine. Like for throughout the week, if maybe we can do it during the week or something. I don't have a lot of work days, so it's not all the days that are like that, but Sundays are usually like that. All right, well, we'll call that one here for now. GG's managed to make it deep in, and you guys explored about half the map. That's pretty good. Another session, and you guys will be out of here.
Hell yeah.